Hi, welcome to Books to Boardrooms. This is Dr. Kiran. Today I have the privilege of having Mr. Heneri Kennedie. Mr. Heneri Kennedie is the CEO of 6 international hotels. He's been in the hotel industry for more than 4 decades. So I'd like to hear from him. Can you just give a little background about your journey in the hotel industry, hospitality industry, and today you are the CEO of Swiss International Hotels. So just give a little background about yourself as well as about the Swiss International Hotels.
Sure. I've been born in a family, third generation in the hotel business in the Netherlands. And we had a hotel at home, and at the age of 14 I started working, helping my father in the business as a waiter, later on as a cook, and those sort of things. By the age of 14 I was really convinced that my future was in the hotel business. And I wanted to go very much to the, let's say, the hotel school university in The Hague. My grandparents lived there, and I took the tram just to look at the building of where the school was established. That's how I was motivated to go there. After that, I started working for, after the hotel school, I started working for an English hotel company, which I did not particularly like, because a lot of internal politics there. And then I moved to another company, Golden Tulip Hotels, and I did that for over 26 years. In the last 10 years, I was also there, the shareholder and the CEO of that company. Actually, I brought Golden Tulip into the Middle East by appointing a gentleman who was very active here. And it's still a pleasure to see that the company is doing well there. After 2010, I was given the opportunity to take over Swiss International Hotels, originally a hotel group in Switzerland. I looked at the business model which they had at the time, and it looked very much like an automobile. Take the Peugeot brand out of 1948, and everything was there except the engine. So a car without an engine doesn't come very far. So, but I liked the brand name, Swiss International. So I said to the owners at the time, I'll do it in exchange for the majority of the shares, which we did. We agreed, and then I started rebuilding the business model. It was actually for the first time that I had an opportunity to do that, to start a business model with a very strong brand. And now I had to put a very strong, effective engine in the vehicle. The business has changed dramatically after introduction of internet in the 90s. But nowadays, we have a lot further changes. We are living in the digital world. And that has also, for the hotel business, many, many changes. And that's what we're doing. We have strategically chosen to be active only in Africa, Middle East, and South Asia. That is the geographic area where we operate.
So how many hotels under the name of Swiss International Hotels and Resorts now?
We have 36 contracts signed. At the moment, there are 15 hotels in operation, and the other hotels are in different stages of construction.
And all these hotels are similar type, or do you have business hotels, family hotel, vacation hotels? If there's a differentiation in terms of the types of the hotels right now available. So can you share some thoughts about the different products what you offer under the brand?
In the old days, let's say the 80s, we really had hotels for leisure and hotels for business. Nowadays, that has been blurred because we go to a nice hotel with an excellent accommodation for the purpose why we're going to a hotel. So I stay away a little bit from your typical business or typical leisure hotels. It's a mixed business. We have, as I said, 36 hotels signed. It's an average size of about 120 rooms. We are active in over 20 locations in 8 different countries.
So when you say 15 active, so the rest is the contract is signed, the work is going on. So what are the key strategies you adopt when you choose the location? So you specifically told Africa, Middle East, and some Asian countries. So what is your strategy that, okay, I'm going to go in this particular country, and what is the logic behind that?
Well, when I took over the business, that was 2010. That was actually in the middle of the credit crisis, the financial, or so certain people call it, the banking crisis. Europe is not a good place to start a hotel company because of the high capital intensity. You need to either buy it or you need to lease it. And that is both what we will not do. I moved the company for that reason to the Middle East, to the Emirate of Ras Al Khaimah. There is where we are headquartered today. And I did that because of my previous experience with hotel development in the Middle East. That goes faster, is better, easier. And Africa, the same thing. Africa, the key reason is, of course, the middle class, which is so highly in development, and that is same in the Middle East, same in South Asia. That average age is so much younger than we were used to. So that it's growing, spending power is better, and that's why we said at a certain moment, we will not go anywhere else but in these 3 sections.
So if I look at an academic point of view, so you definitely looked at your political, environmental, social, technological, evaluation to identify so PESTEL plays a very important role in academic terms. We say to identify the right location where you want to start. So when you found out that, okay, these are the locations which you want to start based on your analysis, so whom you position or who are your real competitors in this segment? Because here you can even get a room for 150 to 200 dirhams, up to 25,000 to 30,000 dirhams. So that's a big. So thousands of hotels are there, but you have a certain competition which you look at the services, the price point, the customer, the target customer. So whom is your real competitor in your market?
That varies, of course, per location, per hotel. Every hotel has their own competitive set. And you have to look at competition from that point of view, per location. I can say in broad terms, Swiss International is probably competing with groups as Radisson maybe, or some of the Marriott brands, some of the Accor brands. But since there is also such an enormous consolidation going of brands within larger groups, only Marriott has 30 brands. It's sort of a Booking.com themselves. Yeah. And the same applies to Accor. Yeah, but that is the aspect of competition.
So you told you started such a long year back in the hotel industry, and now the customer perception, the customer way of booking the hotel has completely changed. Now today when I book a hotel, I really know how somebody else, the feedback of someone who stayed before, like Booking.com, Trivago, whichever online platform which I use. So are you available in all those platforms like all other hotel groups? And what is your customer acquisition strategy? So how you ensure that more customer come to you, because being is a new brand for this particular market?
Yeah. Therefore, the answer to your first question is yes. We are there. We have an excellent central reservation system called SwissRes that is interfaced with all the OTAs, all the booking platforms, as well as, of course, with our own SwissWeb. What we do together with the hotels in order to attract visitors is nowadays a lot of digital marketing campaigns, and that works unbelievable. We had a contract signing for a new hotel in Pakistan in Rawalpindi last weekend. Then my colleague in Pakistan is, I call him every now and then, Mr. Facebook, because he put everything on Facebook and LinkedIn and others. It brought him 5 extra leads for new hotels.
So social media is powerful.
It's unbelievable, unbelievable. Nowadays the younger generation says, yeah, hello, were you sleeping? But it is such a big difference between when I started in the business, in commercial fields, and today, which is so much more technical and still commercially driven, of course.
So, I like to end this interview by asking one of the most important things. You are in the service industry. All the hotels are giving great service. I mean, everybody claim to give great service. Your social media messaging or every hotel's messaging service remain the same, that they provide the best of for the value for money. How you differentiate your hotel from the competition?
Well, first of all, I completely agree with you. I mean, the supply of eating, drinking and sleeping is good at many, many hotels. So you cannot differentiate on that area. We are Swiss International Hotels. That means that in our brand name is the name hidden of a country, and a very specific country. Everybody in the world knows Switzerland. Maybe certain spots in Africa not, but everybody knows in the world Switzerland. And also, where do you associate Switzerland with? You associate it with quality, items like very accurate people. When I come back in Switzerland, I always say, here is where they vacuum clean the streets and the forests and the mountains, because it's incredibly clean there, and also green. All those aspects, like accurate, efficient, what the Swiss are, we have adopted that as values in our way of granting hospitality to our guests.
So that's great. I think you already have, you told that the hotels what you're opening and signing the contract. Pakistan is one of the prominent markets, Saudi Arabia. Can we see soon a Swiss International Hotel in UAE?
Yes, I think so, but it is also, people ask you, why did you plan to go there? That's not the way how it works. It is the real estate development industry who needs brands to build their business. So, and that is all of our customers in Pakistan, where we have now 12 hotels signed within the last 2.5 years. They are all real estate development companies. And then that's why it's good that we have brands in our group for 3 categories. We have deluxe, upscale, and mid-scale.
So I hope one day we will see soon a Swiss International Hotel in UAE. Thanks a lot for your time. Thanks a lot for giving quite a lot of insights about the hotel industry and your career journey, and how to start, where to start, what are the things one should look before they start or sign, considering this a very competitive environment and very less differentiation. I wish you all the very best, and thanks a lot for coming for this session.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to have been here. Thank you.
Thank you.